Welcome back to Digital Charcuterie. It's me, Andrew Fantasia. I am not a Hulk at all. If I had those giant Hulk hands, maybe I'd be wearing them, but honestly, I'm not going to spend money on giant Hulk hands. I'm sorry, toy industry. You couldn't get me roped in for that one. But welcome to another Marvel United Deep Dive here on the Digital Charcuterie channel, where me, Andrew Fantasia, is going to help you walk through a Marvel United expansion and let you know whether or not it's worth the bang for your buck. But first, please like, please subscribe, please bell, and please check out We Were Wizards. We Were Wizards is a fantasy novel series that I wrote. I am an independent author, a self-published fantasy author, and these are my stories. We Were Wizards. It's part of this grand, ridiculous series that I have been working on since I was in high school. Fortunately, I have improved it because the version that I started writing in high school was written by a 14-year-old boy who did not know what he was doing. But thankfully, what I'm holding in my hands is much more mature and just much more something I can be proud of. We Were Wizards. It's going to be a 20-book series when all is said and done. God help me! But get this on Amazon right now. You can get it in 3 different formats. If you love fantasy and you love giant fantasy, epic, sprawling sagas, then what are you waiting for? What are you waiting for? You know what else is giant and epic and sprawling? The muscles of every single character in this box. It's World War Hulk. Oh, before we get into the box, though, I almost forgot. I wanted to call attention to something. So here on YouTube, there is a YouTuber by the name of the Meeple Monkey who I have gotten to know and gotten to be good friends with over the course of this Marvel United journey we're all on. And he's just an awesome, awesome dude. Check out his channel. He has generously sent me a Christmas present. It took a while to come because he's in Australia and I'm in Canada. And I actually received this a couple weeks ago, but since I make these episodes in advance and just kind of bank them, I'm only getting around to talking about this right now. But this is something from another Australian Marvel United fan and designer, Minis from Mars. What the Meeple Monkey has sent me here as a Christmas gift is Minis from Mars, if you haven't seen it, has done a homebrew Marvel United battle where the villain is... Are you ready for this? Hold on. But first of all, look at this beautiful glittery envelope. The villain in this battle is Santa Claus. It's real. This is a real homebrew where you battle against Santa Claus. You don't fight him. You're trying to help him deliver gifts to all the locations. And Meeple Monkey has generously sent me this Santa Claus here. It comes with all kinds of goodies. It comes with a pouch that has all these gifts in it, as you can see. Well, let me try to hold it up there. There's gifts, and there's a lump of coal as well. There's all these are the regular gifts, and then these yellow ones are heroic gifts. These are even more special than regular gifts. Oh no, I'm dropping gifts all over the place. Don't kill me, Santa. There's also this pouch here, which comes with the miniature. And this is all homemade. The one person from Minis from Mars, I want to say his name is Dan, but I could be wrong. He made this entirely from scratch. He designed this character. He did the artwork, everything. So that is just pure homebrew talent. And there's Santa. He's got a little gift, and he's got an iPad, and he's trying to track down who's been naughty and who's been nice. That's a great solid miniature, by the way. There's nothing cheap and chintzy about this. This is Minis from Mars makes some good quality stuff. And if you haven't seen their website and you're a United fan, they have some really cool features on there that you can buy to bling out your Marvel United game. And just to show you here, they also sent me the cards that go with Santa, right? That's all in here. His master plan deck and his threat cards and all that jazz. But just so you are aware of what they offer here, here's a little freebie that came in the box. And you can get little civilians and thugs that are this big. Look at that. There's a little civilian Santa Claus. And these are in place of the cardboard civilian and thug tokens. And you just put those on your locations and it just blings out your game even more. And it's just spectacular. The quality of these is really, really something else. So thank you, Minis from Mars, and thank you, Meeple Monkey, for this awesome Christmas present. I haven't tried Santa Claus yet, and I'm really excited to try him out and see whether I can help him decide who's been naughty and who's been nice. So there's that. Thanks again so much, my friend, for the wonderful Christmas present. And everybody, please check out Meeple Monkey's channel and check out Minis from Mars if you're looking for something to amp up, juice up, steroid up your Marvel United game. Please don't take steroids in real life. You might not want to do that. We're going to hit the table and take a look at this Hulkamania expansion. There are no wrestlers in it. I apologize for making that statement. Welcome to World War Hulk, a very beefy box, as they said when the campaign was announcing it. Somebody in the comments wrote the great comment that said, "This is the Oops All Beef box," and they were not kidding. Before we begin, a movie recommendation to pair nicely with World War Hulk. So I decided, why don't I recommend my favorite World War II movie? There's hundreds and hundreds of those. And my favorite World War II movie is not any low-key movie by any means. It's one of the most famous movies on planet Earth. But it's not the first thing people think of when they think of World War II movies, and that is Casablanca. And the reason why this is my favorite World War II movie is, listen, I am not a soldier, I'm not a fighter or a violent person by any means. If a war were to break out, I would not be enlisting, because there's nothing I could possibly do to help my side in any way. But if a war were to break out, hopefully not, touch wood, it would affect the rest of the world, the rest of the non-soldier world, in various ways. And Casablanca shows how the war affects everyday people in a way that I don't think other World War II movies do. Just the fact that they're hiding out in this bar, and they're reminiscing about the times before the war and wondering if they'll ever have easygoing times like that again. I feel like if I was to live through a war, that's exactly what I would be going through, is I would be sitting somewhere pining nostalgically for the pre-war days, and that's what Casablanca is all about. So that's why it's my favorite World War II movie. And if you haven't watched this, it's a classic, man. Like, I don't know what you're waiting for. Why are you watching this video when you could be watching Casablanca? So there you go. There's my movie recommendation for you. Now it's time to Hulk out with our Rulks out. That doesn't make any sense at all. So let's take a look at the back of the box for World War Hulk. Whoa, I have put this... Oh, yeah, that's right, because this is one of those strange little sideways boxes. So World War Hulk. Here we go. Hulk was banished from Earth to the planet Sakaar, where he became a gladiator. Now he is stronger than ever before and blinded by rage over the death of his family. With the support of his warbound, Hulk returns to Earth, bent on exacting revenge on those who wronged him and anybody else who dares stand in his way. New York becomes a gladiatorial arena as the mightiest heroes must test themselves against World Breaker Hulk. Man, I don't want to test myself against any kind of Hulk. And hey, there's my buddy Doc Samson, who is a Kickstarter exclusive character in this box. So yes, folks, we have come to another of those times where this is a box that is going to change depending on which version of it you find out there in the wild. You might get lucky and find this version. You're probably going to get the retail-only version. That's okay, too, because it's still got good stuff in it. So let's open it up. And deep dive time. Deep dive time. All right. Here is our rules leaflet with our components and all the stuff you need to know about World Breaker Hulk, who is a very different complex villain, and how all of that works. Sentry, as well as a very complicated character, both hero and villain, and how the gods stuff works. All right. So you're getting some cool stuff in there. You've got your punch board here, which comes with one stunned token for a villain, and then these things which are called obedience discs, which you use when you are facing off against World Breaker Hulk. And I have faced off against World Breaker Hulk. I've just popped them back in there just so they're neat and tidy. Okay, and what is in here? There are 3 locations inside the World War Hulk box. There is Sakaar, the planet that we saw in Thor Ragnarok, where he is a gladiator. New York City Arena, which is a great little location there. I like that. And then Battle World, which I don't know the difference between that and Sakaar, but there you go. You got another planet, Battle World. And there's those 3 right there. Beautiful. And then you also have 3 villain dashboards. You have World Breaker Hulk, and you have Ares, and you have the Void. And honestly, I know I've fought him at least 2 or 3 times. I don't think I've fought Ares, and I can't remember if I fought the Void. I know I've played as Sentry, so I might be mixing it up, but I can't remember if I fought him or not. But Worldbreaker Hulk was very tough, as he should be. Let's see here. We have no special setup, a little bit of special setup, and also a little bit of special setup. So, 3 characters who are all anti-heroes, which makes this box very unique. I don't think there's ever been a box that had no red in it whatsoever. I think this is the first time. So, off with your head, and by head I mean your plastic thing. And let's look inside here. Let's start with this pile, because I honestly don't remember which pile is which now. So we've got a villain pile here. There is the Void right at the bottom, which means I probably have not fought the Void, if that's the case, because he would be closer to the top. So there's the Void's villain deck, and I'm sure he's no pushover. Followed by Ares, who I know for a fact I have not faced yet. There we go. There's Ares in all his glory. Can't wait to pit him against Wonder Woman's Ares. That's going to be a lot of fun. And, there's Doc Samson with the absolute perfect colored cards. Some of my favorite hero cards in all of Marvel United. Just beautiful. So he's our Kickstarter exclusive character. And in the trading card days, my friends, Doc Samson was a big deal. I was a big fan of his. I just loved the idea that he had long hair, and the longer his hair was, the stronger he was. So awesome. And then this Rage card belongs to Worldbreaker Hulk. And here is his deck here. Worldbreaker Hulk has a lot of interesting threat cards, and he does a lot of damage. He's a crazy powerful monstrosity. All right, so that deck right there. And then underneath him, there are some equipment cards, and they are just for Hulkbuster Iron Man. You've got an Omni Beam, and you got Deflector Shields. Okay. Oh, and they are 1 time only, which means they must be pretty powerful. Okay. So there's a nice little well for those there, and that's going to go back where they came from. And underneath here is our hero cards. So here is Gladiator Hulk, who I don't think I have used yet. He's got great looking cards as well. Awesome art on this guy. Wow, look at that. And Iron Man Hulkbusters cards, who I have used. Definitely not a figure or a hero that I would have asked for, but I know a lot of people really wanted this, so I'm glad they got it. I'm glad they got their Hulkbuster Iron Man. And there's Ares. Very cool. Skull and Crossbones is an interesting choice for his little hero icon there. And Hercules! Haha! Hercules is a lot of fun. I can't wait to see what they do with this guy in the movies. I hope they get around to that soon, man. Come on, what was that? That was already like 6 years ago, I think. Feels like it anyway. And the Sentry/Void. He comes with Void cards when you play him as a hero, because the Void starts to take him over. But there are his hero cards. And we're going to be seeing this guy in a movie in a matter of months. In May, he's going to be the villain in Thunderbolts. So that's exciting for me. I love seeing these guys transition onto the big screen. And I don't think the Sentry was ever in the 90s animated series. Maybe he was a newer character who hadn't been created yet. I don't know. Somebody let me know in the comments how old that character is, because I'm pretty sure I never saw him in the cartoon. All right. Who is going to be my least favorite figure in this box? I think my least favorite miniature is Hercules. Bless my soul, Herc was on a roll, person of the week in every Greek opinion poll. He looks like Hercules. He is jacked with a toga, with that little H on his belt to show us who he is. He's got chains underneath him. I am Hercules. I am on my way. I can go the distance. You said it, Herc. What a fun character. Teaming him up with Wonder Woman is going to be a treat. All right, after that, I'm going to go with Doc Samson, even though he's my favorite character in this box. It's just a standard mini of him running. And he doesn't have a flashy costume or anything like that. It's literally a red t-shirt with a lightning bolt on it. But man, if I was a painter, I'd be having a lot of fun giving this guy the colorful TLC he deserves. I can't tell you how happy I am that we're starting to finally get Hulk characters in this game. Next up, let's go with Hulkbuster Iron Man. Holy cow, is he ever chunky. And as I said during my my breakdown of all the characters in this game, I like to pretend that it's somebody else in that suit when I use this so that it doesn't feel like yet another Tony Stark. I like to pretend it's Aunt May. This is the Aunt May figurine in my house. Hello, Peter. Have you been taking pictures of that awful Spider-Man again? And Peter's probably freaking out and be like, Aunt May, get out of that robot suit. You're going to get hurt. That's a wonderful figure, though. Very, very sturdy, hefty figure. After that, we will go with the Sentry/Void, who's just, he looks very scary, the way the wind is flapping away at his hair with the big cape, and you can see the tentacle of the Void, of the dark, whatever that dark energy is that overcomes him when he turns evil, and it's like slowly creeping up and grabbing him. So if this was the villain figure, that would just add to the intensity of the fight to see that coiling up around him, and it feels very spiky as well. Wonderful. And after him, we will look at Gladiator Hulk / Worldbreaker Hulk. Because even though he's just a big old Hulk, his armor and his spikes are magnificent. I love spikes on United figures. I don't know what it is, but they just make it so much more fun. Just a little extra addition of a spike just adds an extra layer of delight to any United figure. And that's a big, big Hulk. I have never had yet a game where I just had a bunch of Hulks, like regular Hulk and this Hulk and She-Hulk versus Red Hulk, but I should do that. Should see what that's like. And then finally, my favorite figure in this box, a character who I did not know existed until United came around, so we can chalk this up as another character United taught me about, is Ares. Because I love a good medieval axe. And he's got an axe and a sword, and he's got a plumed helmet. This is just a spectacular looking figure. Look at, wow. Wow, wow, wow. Just wows across the board. He's in mid-leap. This looks like a freeze frame from 300. How awesome is this, dude? So thanks again to United for teaching me about another Marvel character. Even though it is just a Greek god, but still. So remember, that Doc Samson character is Kickstarter exclusive, so I hope you can find him on the secondary market. But if you can't, don't blame yourself. It's tricky. It's tricky finding those after the fact. I'm curious, though, what this box would look like, how different the insert is when there's only 5 of them in there. Does it completely change the layout of the box? I'm curious now to see what that looks like. But that'll do it for World War Hulk. So this is a box with 3 purple figures in it. That means it's guaranteed to cost some serious good points. Let's do the math and find out exactly how serious good those points are. All right. So this is going to be one of those tricky ones because it's Kickstarter exclusive content in here, but bear with me. We will do this math together. So the Kickstarter version comes with 6 miniatures. 3 of them are heroes and 3 of them are anti-heroes. And those 3 anti-heroes give you 9 points just by themselves, which is spectacular. There are also 3 locations, which gives you 1.5 points, and then a couple of equipment cards. And equipment cards are always worth 1, no matter what. So if you do this math together, the Kickstarter version is going to give you 20.5 points, which is great. That's a lovely number for an expansion like this. However, if you get the retail version, it's not that bad. That just means you're getting 5 miniatures instead of 6, and you're getting 2 heroes instead of 3. So that knocks it down just 2 points to 18.5. That's how many points you'll get in the retail copy of World War Hulk. Either way, good stuff. All right, World War Hulk is done. That's it. We've made it. All right. Next up, we are sticking with the theme of war because the next expansion we're going to talk about is my next favorite expansion. I'm doing these in the order of how I love them, and that is Civil War. So for those of you who were really, really excited to get the Civil War box, next week you are going to be in flavor country, my friends. So stick around for that. I will see you then here on Digital Charcuterie as we continue to make the wait for DC Superheroes United a little bit shorter and a whole lot sweeter. See you next time.